All right. So, a very good morning to all of you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes. Can you tell me what was the last point? Yes, Anish. Good morning. Good morning. Just tell me what was the last point that we did. Hmm. Hmm. Torque. Okay. Okay. In the last lecture, we wrote the formula for the torque. Okay. In the last lecture, we wrote the formula for the torque. All right. Now, in this lecture, we will see what is the value of torque acting on the dipole placed in uniform electric field. Okay, so write down the first formula, or rather the heading. Okay, first heading in today's lecture. Write down torque acting on 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 electric dipole. Of course, the dipole we are considering is electric dipole. Torque acting on electric dipole. Okay, torque acting on electric dipole placed in placed in uniform electric field. Uniform means constant in magnitude, constant in direction. Okay. hmm. Torque acting on electric dipole placed in uniform electric field. Uniform electric field. All right. Now let's have a dipole, or let's have first electric field. Let's say in this region electric field is rightward at all the points. At all the points in this region, electric field is in the rightward direction, and its value is some fixed value. So constant magnitude and constant direction. In this region, we have a constant magnitude, constant direction. Okay, sir. So this is our uniform electric field. How to draw uniform electric field? Equispaced parallel lines. Equispaced parallel lines. Equispaced parallel lines. Okay. Now let us try to draw the dipole. Okay. Let me draw the dipole here. This is our dipole. Yes, sir. Let's say this is the negative charge minus q. Let's say this is the plus charge plus q. Okay. Now let me draw the electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment is p bar. It is always from negative to positive. It is always from negative to positive. Yes. Now let's say at given instance of time, at given instance of time, at given position, angle between electric dipole moment, that is p bar, which is always from negative to positive. Okay, let me draw it. Just give me a second. Let me draw this dipole. Let me show it here, p bar. And this is our electric field, which is rightward. Yes, sir. So you can write here E bar, E bar, E bar. No issues. At all the points, electric field is constant in magnitude and constant in direction. At all the points in this entire region, electric field is constant in magnitude, constant in direction. Okay. Now the positive charge experiences the force in the direction of electric field, and negative charge experiences force opposite to the direction of electric field. It means, sir, this positive charge will experience force in the rightward direction, because positive charge experiences force in the direction of electric field, and the negative charge experiences force opposite to the direction of electric field. So sir, we have some force acting on the first charge, we have some force acting on the second charge. These two forces are opposite to each other. We are not sure that whether they are equal or not, but let us find out whether they are equal or not. Now what is the value of force acting on the charge placed in the electric field? What is the value of force acting on the charge placed in electric field? F is equal to EQ. Fine, sir. At all the points, value of electric field is same. Here charge is q, here also charge is q. Yes, here it is plus q, here it is minus q, but its numerical value will be q. So here force will be eq, here also force will be eq. Directions we will decide separately, numerical value we will decide separately. Value of this force will be equal to eq. Charge is q, electric field is E, so force will be eq. Value of this force will also be equal to eq. Value of this force will also be equal to eq. Now you people tell me, is this not a couple? Reply me in the chat box. Yes, no. Is this not a couple? Yes, this is a couple. When does the couple form? When does the couple form? Sir, couple forms when you have two equal and opposite forces separated by some distance. Yes, you have opposite forces, you have equal forces, opposite forces, and they are separated by some distance. Let me do some geometrical arrangement. Let me extend this force backward. This is the perpendicular distance by which the two forces have been separated. So call this distance as r perpendicular. Call this distance as r perpendicular. Okay, sir, no issues. Now, what is the moment of couple? Sir, moment of couple means torque. How to find out torque of a couple? Very simple. One of the forces, any one force, into perpendicular distance between the two forces. Yes. Don't take this oblique distance. Take perpendicular distance. Okay, sir. So very simple. What is the value of torque acting on the dipole? That's it, sir. Very simple. F is equal, tau is equal to one of the forces. One of the forces. Okay, out of given forces, you have to choose only one force. One of the forces multiplied by perpendicular distance between them. So F into R perpendicular is the answer, sir. Okay. Now, let me tell you one more thing, that this value of force we have already found out. F is equal to EQ. So call that as equation 1. Okay, call this as equation 1. Of course, we can replace value of F by EQ, no doubt. Okay. Now, let's say the angle between instantaneous, for given position, angle between electric dipole moment and the electric field is theta. Let's say this angle is theta. Angle between P bar and E bar is theta. So let me write, I don't have space here, so I will write one arrow and like this and theta here. Okay. So sir, if this angle is theta, automatically this angle is also theta. Yes. If this angle is theta, automatically this angle is also theta. Okay. This is called as F angles. These two lines are parallel to each other and one line is intersecting two parallel lines. If you have a one line intersecting two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles are equal. These are called as corresponding angles. Okay, or simply F angle. Okay, you can observe the English letter F. Okay, in the inverted fashion. Okay, F च आहे फक्त थोडासा inverted आहे. Okay, so those angles are always equal. Fine, sir. Now, sir, in this triangle, I can observe, sir, that this is our plus Q, this is our minus Q, this is our P bar, this is the electric field direction rightward. So let me draw it here. Okay, this angle is theta. Now let me take the length of the dipole as capital L. Of course, you can take 2 times small l, no issues. Small l, no issues, but let me take it as capital L. Sir, if the hypotenuse is L, then the opposite side to the angle, side opposite to the angle must be equal to sine component of hypotenuse. So hypotenuse sine theta. So R perpendicular will be equal to hypotenuse sine theta. Now sir, you have replacement for both F and R perpendicular. Therefore, this torque becomes the value of force is equal to EQ. The value of force is equal to EQ multiplied by perpendicular distance between the two forces is nothing but R perpendicular. Perpendicular distance between the two forces is, sir, L sine theta. L sine theta. A slight rearrangement. Try to understand. One of the charges Q into distance between the two charges into sin theta will give you the value of torque, not as a vector, as a number, numerical value. Up to this point बाळांनो बोला. Clear and written. Everyone expecting reply from each and everyone. Good. Aryan, Ansh, everyone. Everyone. Shlesha. Good. Everyone. Expecting reply from everyone. Prithviraj. Good. बोला बाळांनो. Aditi. Take your time, but reply. Arsh. Good. काय नाही, one of the forces into perpendicular distance between them. एवढं स्केल. Expecting reply from everyone. Suchitra. Good. How many of you have joined? Samadhya. Good. Expecting reply from everyone. बघा बाळांनो, समजलंय का? टॉर्क काढला आपण. Force into perpendicular distance should not be the big deal. Should not be the big deal for us. Okay, fine. Now sir has made one small rearrangement. This charge Q they have written here. He has written here, and this L he has written here. So what is this? Q into L. What is that? Q into L. What is that? It's not P by 2. It's not P by 2. It's simply P, dipole moment. One of the charges, okay, out of the two charges, only one you have to select. One of the charges into distance between the two charges gives the dipole moment. Okay, gives the dipole moment. So sir, this is E into P into sin theta. Okay, E into P into sin theta, where theta is the angle between E bar and P bar. E bar is the electric field, P bar is the dipole moment. So right here, theta is angle between E bar and P bar. Theta is angle between E bar and P bar. Okay, fine. So magnitude of first vector, magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between them. So certainly we can have a cross product relation for the vector form. Certainly we can have a cross product relation for the vector form. Now you people tell me the torque acting on this dipole is clockwise or anti-clockwise? Torque acting on this dipole for the given situation is clockwise or anti-clockwise? C or A? C or A? Because of these two forces, dipole will rotate clockwise. Okay. Now you people tell me, आता मला सांगा बाळांनो, this is P bar, this is E bar, this is angle theta between them. What to do? P cross E or E cross P, so that we can have vector relation. Tau bar I want to write. I know this is magnitude of first vector, this is magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between them. But direction of torque and direction of cross product should match with each other, because mathematics says vector equal to vector, scalar equal to scalar. Right now we have scalar form. Right now we have scalar form. I want to convert this into vector form. बोला बाळांनो, the direction of torque is clockwise because of this force and this force. The dipole will rotate clockwise. So what shall I do? P cross E or E cross P? With E cross P, I have an anti-clockwise sense. No, I don't want that. I want P cross E. I want P cross E. So I can have the sense of rotation of curled fingers is clockwise. So that will give me direction of torque. So let me rearrange this equation like this: P sin theta. P sin theta. Let me rearrange this. So this is the value of torque which will be acting on the dipole when the angle between dipole moment and electric field is theta. You will be given the value of theta, you will be asked the value of torque. That's it, P sin theta. Okay, and let me write the vector form here. You also write that along with me. Vector form. Vector form. Vector on the left side. Magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between them must be the cross product. Only the sequence of cross product was to be found out. Now we know that it should be P cross E. It should be P cross E. P cross E. This is P. This is E. It should be P cross E. Okay. Fine. This will be the vector form. Tau bar is equal to P bar cross E bar. That's it. Now everyone reply me in the chat box up to this. Clear and written. Derivation over. Good. Of course, you can ask doubt, no issues. A very simple derivation, force into perpendicular distance. That's it. This is uniform field. Okay, this is uniform field. Net force is zero. Net force is zero. EQ, E1Q, E2Q. असे केले का? नहीं. We have not written E1Q, E2Q. Electric field is same everywhere. So EQ. Direction of force. Force on the positive charge in the direction of electric field. Force on the negative charge opposite to the direction of electric field. Okay. So net force is zero. See, this is EQ, this is EQ. Both of these forces are EQ. So net force is zero. Force on the system is zero. So there will not be any translational acceleration. But net torque is present. Net torque is present, and that torque is trying to rotate this dipole clockwise. The torque acting on this dipole is trying to rotate this dipole clockwise. Okay, it is trying to rotate this dipole clockwise. Okay, sir, fine. Now let us try to find out values of torque for different values of angle theta. Okay, let us try to find out values of torque for different values of theta. The value of torque is equal to Pe sin theta. Sir, this is going to be the magnitude and it will be the graph of plus sign. Coefficient is positive value and the sin theta is present there. So sir, you can very easily draw the graph of sin theta. 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Okay. Now what will be the graph of sin theta? 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0. 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0. This is the graph of sin theta. Sin 0, 0, sin 90 plus 1, sin 180, 0, sin 270 minus 1, sin 360, 0. Plus 1 into PE plus PE. Then here 0. Then minus 1 into PE minus PE. So in this way you can have the graph of torque versus the angle between P bar and E bar. Theta is angle between dipole moment and electric field, or electric field and dipole moment, P bar and E bar. That's it. Reply in the chat box up to this, clear and written. Simple. Sir, will it? Just give me a second. Let me read that chat. Sir, will its motion become anti-clockwise after half rotation? We will think over that. Wait for a second. We will think over that. That's a valid doubt. We will discuss. Wait for a second. Let us try to draw the graph first. Okay. Now this graph is clearly saying that for some values of angle, torque has some positive value, and for other values of angle, torque has some negative value. That certainly says that torque will change its direction. torque will change the direction. Now let us verify that. बघा बाळांनो गंमत. Let us verify that. Now you will tell me clockwise or anti-clockwise. You will tell me clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now when I draw arrow like this, the arrow is always from negative to positive. It's a dipole moment. It's always from negative to positive. This arrow itself is enough to indicate that this is a negative pole and this is the positive pole. For this value of angle, torque will be clockwise or anti-clockwise, C or A. For such a orientation, this value of theta. Obviously, sir, positive will experience force in the direction of electric field, negative will experience force opposite to the direction of electric field. Here, sir, torque is going to be clockwise. Yes, torque is going to be clockwise. Now let's have the next system. Let me extend the direction of electric field or the region of electric field. Now let me draw the dipole like this. Positive charge will experience force in the direction of electric field. Negative charge will experience force opposite to the direction of electric field. For this orientation, you can have this value of theta, whole angle, or if you don't want, you can have the smaller angle also, no issues. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, C or A? Anti-clockwise, yes, all of you are giving the correct answer, very good. Sir, here it will rotate clockwise, here it will rotate clockwise, and here, sir, it will rotate anti-clockwise. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? If you have this orientation, it will try to rotate you like this. If you have this orientation, it will try to rotate you like this. Now verify what will be the value of torque for this position. Minus Q plus Q. On the plus Q, force will be in the direction of electric field. On the minus Q, force will be in the opposite direction of electric field. What is the value of torque? Force into perpendicular distance. Force into perpendicular distance. Everyone try. What is the value of torque here? Here clockwise. Here anti-clockwise. Yes, all of you are giving the correct answer. Here torque is equal to 0. Why? Because theta is what? Angle between P bar and E bar. This is our dipole moment. This is our dipole moment P bar. This is our electric field E bar. This is our electric field E bar. Electric field and dipole moment both are in the same direction. So theta is equal to 0. If theta is equal to 0, sin 0, 0, 0 into anything 0. So torque will be equal to 0. So here torque is 0 because angle theta is equal to 0. Okay, angle theta is equal to 0. Theta is angle between electric field and the dipole moment. Okay, so for this position the torque is 0. If you have this position, torque is clockwise. If you have this position, torque is anti-clockwise, and for this position, torque is 0. So torque is trying to say that align the dipole in the direction of electric field. Torque is trying to say that align the dipole in the direction of electric field. If you displace the dipole, I will try to align it. If you displace the dipole, I will try to align it. If you displace the dipole, I will try to align it. If you displace the dipole, I will try to align it. Reply me up to this, clear. What torque is trying to say? Torqueचं म्हणणं काय आहे? Align the dipole in the direction of electric field. Make theta equal to 0. That's what the torque is trying to say. Is that like angular SHM? Yes. For small values of angle, for small values of this theta, it will be angular SHM. That we will learn later. It can perform oscillations. It can perform oscillations. You just displace the torque and just leave it. It will start oscillating. forever and ever. If there is no friction, if there is no dissipation of energy, the dipoles will start oscillating. And for small angle theta, sin theta will be equal to theta, and we can take that as angular SHM. We will discuss that later. First, try to understand this. Okay. Now, for this position of the dipole, net torque is equal to 0. So it is called as equilibrium. Net torque 0. Rotational equilibrium or angular equilibrium is there. Okay. If you displace the dipole from this position, it will be again brought to the same position. If you displace the dipole from the same position, it will again brought to the same position. Because for this position you have clockwise torque, and for this position you have anti-clockwise torque. So this is the position called as stable equilibrium. Why equilibrium? Net torque 0. Net torque is 0, so it is called as equilibrium, but it is stable equilibrium. Why stable? Because if you displace it from that position, it will be again brought to the same position. If you displace it from that position, it will be again brought to the same position. So theta is equal to 0 is called as stable equilibrium position. Reply me in the chat box. Clear? Everyone? Stable equilibrium. Okay. बोला बाळांनो. Everyone? Stable equilibrium. Why equilibrium? Net torque is 0. Why stable? If you displace it from that position, it will be brought again to the same position. So that's the stable equilibrium. Therefore, if you displace the system from that position, it will be brought back again to the same position. Therefore, it is called as stable equilibrium. Now, let us imagine the situation of theta is equal to 180. Let us imagine the situation of theta is equal to 180. Yes, sir. Let us try to imagine the situation of theta is equal to 180. Angle between electric field and the dipole moment is now 180. Let's see what happens. Clearly, it is indicating here that for theta is equal to 180, torque is equal to 0. For theta is equal to 180, torque is equal to 0. So it is again going to be the equilibrium position. But let's discover few more things about it. Let's say this is our negative charge. Let's say this is our positive charge. This is our dipole moment P bar. So dipole moment is leftward, electric field is rightward. Angle between dipole moment and electric field is 180. Angle between dipole moment and electric field is 180. And now here you can observe that negative charge will experience the force leftward. Why? Negative charge experiences force opposite to the electric field. So this is the force on negative charge. Let me rather draw it here. Negative charge will experience force leftward. This, I think this should be negative and this should be positive. Dipole moment is always from negative to positive. Negative charge will experience a force in the leftward direction, and this positive charge will experience the force in the rightward direction. So now let me draw the forces here. This is the force on the negative charge. Force on the negative charge is opposite to the direction of electric field. Electric field is rightward, force is leftward. And force on the positive charge is in the direction of electric field. So these two forces are equal and opposite, but perpendicular distance between these two forces is 0. So net torque is 0. Net torque is 0. Now at this position, net torque is 0. Net torque is 0. And what is that reason? The reason is theta is equal to 180. If you put theta equal to 180, sin 180 is 0. 0 into anything, you will get 0. So tau is equal to 0. Theta equal to 180. Theta equal to 180. Sin 180 is 0. 0 into anything, 0. So you get torque equal to 0. Net torque 0 means equilibrium. Angular equilibrium. So system is in angular equilibrium. Net force is also equal to 0. So total equilibrium is also there. Translational equilibrium is there because net force 0. Rotational equilibrium is also there because net torque 0. So it is total equilibrium. Absolutely there is a total equilibrium. But now if you displace the dipole, now the dipole is like this. leftward, p bar is leftward. Now if you displace this dipole slightly from its position, let us try to check the consequences, what will happen to the system. If you displace the dipole slightly from its position, let's say I made the dipole like this. Initially it was like this, leftward. Now I made it like this. Initially it was leftward like this. Now I displaced it from its original position slightly by an angle equal to, let's say, theta. Now this is the positive charge plus q, this is the negative charge minus q. This is the direction of electric field. Positive charge experiences force in the direction of electric field. Negative charge experiences force opposite to the direction of electric field. So now this dipole will be completely rotated. Initially it was like this, leftward. I displaced it slightly and just I left it आणि मी त्याला सोडून दिलं. It will be experiencing the clockwise torque because of these two forces. It will be rotated clockwise and it will be again brought to theta equal to 0. So theta equal to 180 is the equilibrium position. But if you displace the dipole from that position, it will not come back. It will not come back. It will keep on displacing, and ultimately it will align for theta equal to 0. So dipole will ultimately get aligned in the direction of electric field. In the opposite direction of electric field, it is in equilibrium, but that's not a stable equilibrium. When to call stable equilibrium? When you displace the system from the equilibrium, if it comes back to the same position, it will be called as stable equilibrium. But right now, if you displace the system, it will not come back. It will keep on displacing. Ultimately, it will again align to this position. Reply me in the chat box. Why theta is equal to 180 is called as unstable equilibrium? Clear to all of you? Theta equal to 0 stable, theta equal to 180 unstable. Expecting reply from everyone. These are some critical concepts, I know, but let us discuss it. Let us take time. Let us discuss it. Small c. We will write it, just don't worry. Let us first discuss it. After discussion, writing will not be a big deal for us. Very good. After this diagram, write down now. Write down theta, tau आणि remark. Theta equal to 0, theta equal to 0, sine 0, 0, 0 into anything 0, torque equal to 0. This is your stable equilibrium. Theta equal to 90, torque equal to PE plus PE, maximum value of the torque. Theta equal to 180, torque equal to theta equal to 180, torque equal to 0, sine 180 0, 0 into anything 0. Unstable equilibrium. Theta equal to 270. Theta equal to 270. Sine 270 or minus 90 you can say, no problem. Theta equal to 270, it is minus 1. Sine 270 is minus 1, or sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 into PE minus PE. Minus will indicate the direction. Okay, only it carries a sense of direction, nothing else. Otherwise, it will be again called as maximum value. Numerically, that is the maximum value of the torque. Okay, make the table like this. Okay. Next. Check up to this. Is that clear to all of us? Clear and written. CW. Done? Bolo? Yes. Chalo. Now let us find out potential energy. Okay. Let us try to find out potential energy of dipole placed in uniform electric field. Write down. Potential energy of dipole. Of course, it will mean electric dipole placed in uniform electric field. Potential energy of the dipole placed in uniform electric field. Okay. How to find out potential energy of dipole placed in uniform electric field? Very simple. The work done by the external forces will be utilized in two ways, either to change the kinetic energy of your system or to change the potential energy of your system. Okay, fine. Now let us do the work without accelerating the system. We will rotate the dipole. We will rotate the dipole from its first position to its second position. Let's say any general position of the dipole is theta. Of course, this arrow is sufficient to indicate that this is a negative charge, this is a positive charge, this is a dipole moment p bar. This arrow is itself sufficient to do all these things. This is the direction of electric field, and this is the general position of the dipole. We want to rotate this dipole in the presence of external electric field. There is a inbuilt torque on this dipole. That inbuilt torque, that is called as torque of the system. The torque of the system is saying that align the dipole in the direction of electric field. The torque of the system is saying that align the dipole in the direction of electric field. But what we will do, we will apply external torque and we will change the position of the dipole and we will do work opposite to the torque of the system. The torque of the system is saying that align the dipole to the direction of electric field, but we will not do that. We will apply external torque, but that torque we will apply slowly, very small angular displacement d theta, just like dx. We will have small angular displacement d theta, and so on, d theta. Without accelerating the dipole, we will do the work done. We are able to find out work done. And if the system changes its configuration without changing the kinetic energy, entire work done by the external torque will be converted into the potential energy. So that work done is equal to change in potential energy. Okay, sir, fine. Now let us try to do that. It's very easy to find out work done for us. In the linear situation, the work is found by force into distance, F into dx, integration F into dx. So force analogy is torque, dx analogy is d theta. So write down. Analogy for work done. It is integration F into dx for the variable force for initial position x1 to final position x2. Similarly, in the angular, the value of work done is equal to integration. For the force, analogy is torque. For the linear displacement, you have analogy angular displacement. For initial position theta 1, for final position theta 2. Okay. Now we want to find out the numerical value of the torque. That will be enough for us. Let's do it. Rather, we want to find out the work done value. Okay. Work done by the external torque we want to find out. It is very simple job. Find out the numerical value of the torque. Find out the angular displacement. Check what is the angle between torque and angular displacement. Okay. I know it is like this, F bar dot dx bar. It should also be like this, d theta bar tau bar dot d theta bar. Absolutely fine, no problem. Magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into cos of angle between them you can do. Let's do it here. Come back to derivation. Now this W external is equal to integration value of the torque, value of the first vector, magnitude of the first vector. What is the value of torque that we need to apply? We need to apply the same torque as that of the system. जेवढा सिस्टीमचा टॉर्क आहे त्याच्या अपोजिट वर्क करायचं आहे, तेवढाच अपोजिट टॉर्क तुम्हाला लावावा लागेल. The same torque you have to apply. The value of torque is P sin theta. For any given position theta, the value of torque we just have derived, it is P sin theta. We just have derived the value of torque. So magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector. Okay, d theta, very small angular displacement d theta. D theta is outward. The torque that we are applying, that is also outward. Both d theta and tau, both are coming out. Both are anti-clockwise. So magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into cos of angle between them. Cos of angle between d theta and torque. The torque that we are applying is outside. And the angular displacement d theta is also outside. So no need to write cos 0 because cos 0 is plus 1. Cos 0 is plus 1. Magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into cos of angle between torque and angular displacement. Both are outward. So cos 0. Initial position theta 1 to final position theta 2. But sir, if this, you can write here, we are going to make this delta k 0, means without accelerating the system we are going to do this work. So entire work done by the external force will be the change in potential energy of the system. Absolutely fine, sir. So W external can be replaced by delta U. So call that equation as 1. Okay, there must be some space between this and this, so in that space just write this equation. Okay, so replace this W external by delta U. This P is constant value, this E is constant value, uniform electric field, sin theta d theta integration will be there, not a big deal for us. Integration of sin x is minus cos x. Integration of sin x is minus cos x. So integration of sin theta will be minus cos theta. Absolutely fine, sir. Upper limit, lower limit, upper limit theta 2, lower limit theta 1, initial to final. Sir, this minus can be taken outside the bracket. Yes, absolutely no problem. That's it. You can have some other rearrangements like this. Delta U, change in potential energy of the dipole from first position to second position is minus PE cos theta. Or let us write the same formula once again, minus PE cos theta, upper limit, lower limit. Theta 1 is lower limit, theta 2 is the upper limit. Initial position, final position. Reply me in the chat box up to this clear and written. CW. Potential energy of the dipole. Are you getting it? Yes. Everyone, reply. Change in potential energy. Okay. The potential energy is definitely is going to be a relative concept. You define the reference. At that reference, say here the potential energy is 0. With that reference, you can always find out the potential energy for another position. So for first position, you have to decide and define that at this position, the potential energy is going to be 0. Okay. So generally people know cos 90 is equal to 0. Cos 90 is equal to 0. So people take theta equal to 90 as reference position. People take theta equal to 90 as reference position. Let me show that position here. This is the direction of electric field. This is the direction of dipole, which is taken as a reference position where we have 0 potential energy. We say that for this configuration of the system, take the potential energy equal to 0 because energy or rather we are finding change in potential energy. To get potential energy at given position, you must have some another position who is or rather which is already defined as a reference position. If you have a position which is already defined as a reference position, and for that reference position take potential energy 0, and according to that other potential energies can be found out, because the formula, the mathematical formula that we can derive is only for change in potential energy. We cannot derive the formula for absolute potential energy, so some reference has to be defined. Reply me in the chat box, yes, no. Some discussions are there, you shall get involved. Everyone, yes, no, yes, no. Everyone. All the potential energies are reference to theta equal to 90. Yes. And if you remember this formula, absolutely there will not be any problem, because you already know now. If you are asked potential energy change, just go for this formula. If you are asked exact potential energy at given position, take initial position as 90, take given position as final position, find out potential energy of final position. Okay, that you can always do. Now let me write down that the thing that we discussed. See, now it's a very simple task for me to write down the potential energy change as U2 minus U1 is equal to minus PE cos of theta 2 minus cos of theta 1. Okay, so generally people write it like this: U2 minus U1 equals minus PE cos theta 2, this minus PE cos theta 2, this minus as it is, again this minus PE cos theta 1. Do not get confused from the because of the signs. This minus PE cos theta 2, minus PE cos theta 2, minus PE cos theta 1, minus PE cos theta 1, this minus as it is. So that gives you formula for change in potential energy. We take theta equal to 90 degree as reference. Okay, theta 1 equal to 90 degree as reference, and any general position theta 2 is equal to theta. Therefore potential energy for the position theta minus potential energy for the position 90 degree is equal to minus PE cos of, instead of theta 2 put theta, this minus sign as it is, this minus PE as it is, this cos as it is of theta 1 is 90. Potential energy for position equal to 90. Reference means 0. So this value you will put 0. This is potential energy at given angle. So this minus PE cos theta as it is, this minus sign as it is, cos 90 is 0, 0 into anything 0. So 0 minus anything is that thing. Potential energy at an angle theta is simply minus PE cos theta is equal to minus PE cos theta. Reply me in the chat box, clear and written. If you have any doubt, you can of course ask. Okay, there should not be case that we could not understand it. Okay, it's definitely, let me tell you frankly that it's definitely not a big deal. Okay, I will tell you when it is big deal and when it is not. खरं सांगेन मी तुम्हाला जेव्हा अवघड आहे. एक पोझिशन आहे, फायनल पोझिशनला थीटा, इनिशियल पोझिशन 90. This is the potential energy of the dipole at given position, minus PE cos theta. Potential energy is a scalar quantity. Okay, energy is a scalar quantity. All right, fine sir. Next, so sir, now we know torque acting on the dipole tau bar is equal to P bar cross E bar and potential energy of the dipole for given position, for given configuration, for given value of theta, it is minus PE cos theta, but P is the magnitude of first vector, E is the magnitude of second vector, and theta is angle between P bar and E bar. So this minus sign as it is, this is magnitude of first vector, this is magnitude of second vector, this is cos of angle between the two vectors P bar and E bar. So you can write that P bar dot E bar, but do not forget this minus sign. Students generally forget this minus sign. They only remember this is cross product, this is dot product, but there is a minus sign. Okay, so in this way you can find out potential energy for given angle, for the given value of angle theta. Okay, if this is the direction of electric field, this is the direction of dipole, and this is the angle between them. For this configuration of the system, what is the potential energy? The formula is this, minus P bar dot E bar. Here it is P bar cross E bar, and here it is minus P bar dot E bar. Done up to this. Bolo. Are you getting it? Everyone expecting reply from everyone? Good. Yes. Chalo. Now let us make a table. Let us make a table. Let me take magnitude of torque. Magnitude of torque. Or let me write separately so that you can understand. So vector form here. Let me write once again potential energy for given angle theta, and torque, value of torque for given angle theta, magnitude of first vector. Of course, potential energy is a scalar value, but it can be positive, negative, or zero. Torque, magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between the two vectors. All right. So let's make a chart now. Once again, value of theta, or let's draw the graphs, torque and u. Let's draw the graph of torque once again, theta once again. Let's draw the graph of u once again. No, first time we are drawing for u. Right here theta equals 0. Right here theta equals 90. Right here theta equals 180 or pi. Right here theta equals 270. Right here theta equals 360. Fine. Now torque is the graph of plus sign and the coefficient is positive. Graph of plus sign, 0 plus 1 0 minus 1 0 0 plus sign चा ग्राफ काय असतो? 0 plus 1 0 minus 1 0. What is the coefficient for the torque? P. Here it will be minus P. Torque is a vector, so minus sign is just for the sake of direction. Potential energy is a scalar, so minus sign itself will have some sense. As a vector, when the given quantity is vector, plus minus signs are for the sake of direction. But when the given quantity is scalar, minus sign itself has some meaning. Means if it is a scalar value, for example work, it can be positive, negative and zero. Okay, when the work is negative, it means that displacement and force are opposite to each other. Just like that, when the potential energy is negative, it means the given configuration has lower potential energy than the reference. एक रेफरन्स जिथे कुठे डिफाइन केलाय त्याच्यापेक्षा सुद्धा तुमची एनर्जी कमी आहे म्हणजे निगेटिव्ह आहे. इफ यू हॅव अ एनर्जी higher than the reference, so that potential energy will be positive. Okay, so that meaning of plus and minus should be considered for scalar value. And for vectors, plus and minus carry the sense of direction. For vectors, plus and minus carry the sense of direction, nothing else. But for the scalars, when it is plus and minus, it carries the sense. It carries the sense. Reply me this statement clear to all of you or not? Because many of the students do not understand this thing, but now they will understand. Because now, while studying scalar vectors, it was definitely not possible to tell all these things, but now it is certainly possible. अब ये प्लस माइनस का गेम समझ में आएगा. Why sir has kept always the numerical part separate and the plus minus part separate. Now in this way you can enjoy the complexity also. Now let me repeat it once again. Okay, Akash is saying repeat that once again. But जेव्हा scalar आहे, when you have scalar, okay, प्लस अँड मायनस कॅरीज मिनिंग, त्या प्लस मायनसला मिनिंग असतं. बट व्हेन इट इज अ वेक्टर, plus minus always carries the sense of direction, no other meaning, no other special meaning. When it is a vector, plus minus always carries the sense of direction, and when it is a scalar, the plus minus carries separate meaning. For example, when the work done comes out to be negative, it means that force and displacement are opposite to each other. Force is this, displacement is this. Similarly, when the potential energy comes out negative, it means your configuration has lower potential energy than the reference, so it is negative. When the potential energy comes out positive, it means your configuration has higher energy than the reference. Such special meanings will be assigned to plus and minus for the scalar quantities, and for the vectors, they almost, I think, if I'm perfectly right, I should say 100% of the times it always carries a sense of direction for vectors, and plus minus carries a certain other meaning for the स्केलर्स. स्केलर साठी प्लस मायनस ला वेगळं मीनिंग असतं, वेक्टर साठी प्लस मायनस म्हणजे डायरेक्शन असतं, अदरवाइज इट कॅरीज नो सेन्स. ओके, फाइन. Alright, sir. Now, sir, we have the graph of torque, which is equal to graph of sin theta, rather plus sin theta, plus sin चा graph आहे तो. Now let us have the graph of minus cos. Let me tell you what is the graph of cos. Cos चा graph कसा असतो? What is the graph of cos? Cos 0 is plus 1, cos 90 is 0, cos 180 is minus 1, and cos 0, 90, 180, 270. Cos 270 is 0 and cos 360 is plus 1. So plus cos चा ग्राफ कसा असतो? Plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, plus 1. Plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, plus 1. This is the graph of plus cos. If you are trying to draw the graph of minus cos, it will be reverse of this graph. This we have done in the chapter called as oscillations. It's a reverse graph. Minus 1, 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1. Minus 1, 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1. Now let's draw the graph of minus cos for the potential energy. Minus cos ना, plus cos चा ग्राफ असा आहे, plus 1, 0, plus 1 ला चालू होतोय. Cos 0 is equal to plus 1, जे तो plus cos चा ग्राफ आहे. पण cos 0 is equal to plus 1 into this minus sign means minus 1. So cos 0 equal to plus 1 into minus is minus 1. So graph will start at minus 1. So minus 1, 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0. So it should be this. Don't draw the triangles. Don't draw triangles or straight lines. Draw the cosine curve like this. That's the graph for the cos. Am I right? Have I made a mistake? Why I have wrote 0 here? I should have written 90 here. Why I have wrote 0 here? That's my mistake. 0 should be here. 90. No one told me. This is extra. This is 360. Don't follow everything blindly. Okay. This is 180. This is 90. This is 0. Okay. Now perfectly fine. So no need to draw this. All right. So that's the graph of torque and the potential energy for the given values of angle theta. For the given values of angle theta. Okay. Now what is the coefficient for the potential energy? It's P. For the positive side, it will be plus P. And for the negative side, of course, it will be minus P. Torque has coefficient P. Potential energy has coefficient P. So P plus P minus P. Here also plus P minus P. Okay. Up to this point, reply me everyone in the chat box, clear and written. CW first. Everyone. Bolo. Good. Yes, sir. Chalo, let's draw a table. Let's make a table. Theta, tau, u. remark. Theta equal to 0, 90, 180, 270. No need of writing 360 because 360 is 0. Okay, what is the formula for torque? So torque is equal to P sin theta. Torque is equal to P sin theta. What is potential energy? Sir, it is minus P and cos theta. मायनस साइन पण चेंज आहे आणि साइन पण चेंज आहे. साइन चेंज here plus to minus and here sin to cos. Just remember sin change plus to minus, sin change to cos, P as it is. Okay, this trick you can make. Okay, this trick you can make, sin change. If you know the torque, you can find out potential energy without any mistake. All right. So sin 0, 0. So it's a graph of sine. Okay. So for sin 0, 0, 0 into anything, 0. Sin 90 plus 1 into P plus P. Then theta equal to 180. Sin 180, 0, 0 into anything, 0. Sin 270, theta is equal to 270. Sin 270 minus 1 into P minus P. Similarly for U, it's a graph of cos. Okay, fine. So graph of cos means theta equal to 0. Theta equal to 0. Cos 0 plus 1. Plus 1 into minus P minus P. Cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. 0 into anything, 0. Cos 180. Cos 180 is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus P plus P. Cos 270. Cos 270 is 0. Cos 270 is 0. 0 into anything, 0. Okay. Here torque or we should not write minimum or maximum for torque, rather 0 and non-zero we shall write. Here write torque equal to 0 and potential energy minus P is the lowest possible potential energy. Out of all these potential energies, minus P is the lowest possible potential energy. For the comparison of scalars, you have to consider sign. For the comparison of work, for the comparison of energy, you have to consider the minus sign plus sign also. For the comparison of vectors, plus sign minus sign doesn't matter because it's a direction. You cannot compare north with the south. Okay, you cannot compare directions. So for the comparison of scalars, you have to consider sign, and for the comparison of vectors, no need to compare signs. Fine. So this is the lowest possible potential energy. So here potential energy is minimum, which is equal to minus P. Torque equal to 0, potential energy is equal to minimum, implies that it's a stable equilibrium. It's a stable equilibrium. Always remember, for this stable equilibrium, potential energy is always minimum. And always system tries to lower its potential energy because that's the stability. That's called as stability. Having lowest potential energy, that's called as stability. Fine. So here torque equal to P, and U equal to 0. It's a in general position. No need to write or comment about that. Here also no need to write or comment about that. No, here we can comment. Here again torque is equal to 0. Here again torque is equal to 0 and potential energy is equal to maximum value. Torque is equal to 0, so it's a stable equilibrium. Sorry, so it's a equilibrium. Net torque 0 equilibrium. So it's a equilibrium. But their potential energy is not the lowest. So you cannot write it as stable equilibrium. That's particularly equilibrium, but it's not the lowest potential energy wala equilibrium. It's rather highest potential energy wala equilibrium. So it will be called as unstable equilibrium. For this, no comment. For this, no comment. These are general positions, 90 and 270. 0 and 180 are the special positions. Up to this, reply in the chat box, clear and written. Bolo. Torque, potential energy, stable, unstable. Good. Very good. All right. Next. Now let us discuss that interesting point. Sir, can this dipole oscillate in electric field? Okay, one question was raised. Let's see. Can it oscillate in electric field and will it be SHM? All oscillations are not simple harmonic. It needs to satisfy the particular condition. Only then that's true. we know the torque acting on dipole, acting on dipole, just keep on writing, tries to restore the position, which position? Theta equal to theta equal to 0 position. It always tries to minimize the potential energy of the system. So if you have a torque randomly oriented in this electric field like this, it will be aligned to the electric field. If you have a dipole randomly oriented in electric field, it will be always aligned with the electric field. So it will be called as a restoring torque because it is restoring the position. We know the torque acting on the dipole tries to restore the position of dipole to which position? To theta equal to 0 position. So you can call that as a mean position or the reference position. Okay. So now let me write restoring torque is equal to Pe sin theta. But now let us induce the sense of direction. Or let us first write for small angle, sin theta is equal to theta. This you should already know. Also, you should know tan theta is equal to theta. Also, you should know cos theta is equal to. Can anyone tell me cos theta is equal to for small angle? Everyone. Sin theta, tan theta, cos theta what? Bolo. Cos theta is equal to what for small angle? Expecting reply from everyone. Don't sit quietly. Cos theta is equal to what for small angle? Expecting replies. Cos theta is equal to what for small angles? Yes, it is 1. It is equal to 1. Can anyone tell me? There is one more further term. 1 minus something is there. What is that? One more term is there. If you neglect the theta, then it will be equal to 1. If you take theta equal to 0, it will be exactly equal to 1. But theta is small value, not 0, very, very small, closer to 0. What is the further term? You will find that further term. You will check in the notes. Okay. Check notes or just search it and tell me the answer tomorrow. Okay. Or put that answer by writing on the notebook and its photo on the group. Okay. Yes, it will contain theta. It will have some term of theta. What is that term? Okay. That term certainly in the language of theta square. You can just tell me that term later. Okay. Fine. So sin theta is equal to theta. So for that we can write the restoring torque is equal to this P into E into theta. But if we displace the dipole anti-clockwise, torque will say rotate clockwise. If we displace the dipole clockwise, torque will say rotate anti-clockwise. So this angle or the position and the torque are opposite to each other. Its angular position is clockwise, or let's say it is this position. Okay, this is the direction of electric field. This is the direction of dipole. If this is the angle, okay, like this, then the torque will say rotate clockwise. If this is the angle anti-clockwise, then the torque will say rotate clockwise. So this angle and the torque are opposite to each other. So here you will write it with minus sign. So just carry forward this, sorry, carry this minus sign upward. Okay. Now here you can observe that just like f is equal to kx, you have tau is equal to c theta minus c theta. F is equal to minus kx, you have tau is equal to minus c theta. So write down just like f is equal to minus kx or f restoring is equal to minus kx, tau restoring is equal to minus c theta. Tau restoring is equal to minus c theta. Okay, fine. So once you have value of k of the system or value of c of the system, you can get the time period of the system. Okay. So what is the analogy of the time period? Time period in linear, time period in linear and time period in angular. Of course, SHM. 2 pi into root of m upon k, and here you have analogy of time period 2 pi into root of mass analogy is moment of inertia. This k analogy is c. This k analogy is c. Okay, but write down. But here c is equal to what? Tau minus theta c equal to p. Tau minus theta equal to theta, c equal to pe. So 2 pi into root of moment of inertia of the system about the axis of oscillation upon p. 2 pi into root of I upon p. In this way you can find out the time period of oscillation. Okay, for the trickier questions of the dipole, you will be asked this one. Tell me, is this additional point clear to all of you? Time period of oscillation of dipole in the external uniform electric field. Tell me, everyone shall reply now, fast, everyone. Reply me, everyone. When will be your next lecture? Next lecture, the timing hai balanno? It's 11, right? What's the timing? 11 or 11:50? Oh, sorry, 11 or 10:50? What's the timing? 10:50. Okay. Don't worry, you will get 20 minutes minimum break. Okay, just don't worry. It's 10:26. We have 2-4 minutes. Okay, we have 2-4 minutes. Okay, fine, sir. Next. थकना मना है. Okay. I know from last 2 lectures we are doing some critical things. I know. But let me tell you, we have already done all the easy things, all the moderate level things we have already done with. Now what has remaining is only the tough things which are remaining, and that we are covering now. Okay. Just don't worry, all the questions in the exam are not based on this only. Okay, there is entire whole chapter. Okay, which we have already covered. All right. There is one question, one simple question. Just do it. That just do that. Find out effective dipole moment. Find dipole moment of system. Okay, dipole moment of system. Okay, it's a equilateral triangle, side equal to a, side equal to a, side equal to a. Here charge equal to 2q, here charge equal to minus q, and here also charge equal to minus q. Okay, so net dipole moment of the system, of course in magnitude, is equal to question mark. Very simple. You have to find out how many dipoles are present. Very simple. You can replace this 2q by q and q, and you can make the 2 dipoles like this, minus q plus q. Okay, and here also, Forget about this side. Forget about this side. Here we have one dipole, minus q plus q. This 2q can be divided into two single q's. Okay, first is this q, another at the same point you have another plus q. So in this way it will become 2q, and here minus q as it is. Okay, this is A, this side is also A. So that will give you first dipole like this, negative to positive, and second dipole like this, negative to positive. First dipole, second dipole. Okay, this dipole we will call it as P1, this dipole we will call it as P2. Okay, now we have to find out effective dipole moment. To find out effective dipole moment, you have to do vector addition, or at least to find out the magnitude of resultant, you need angle between these two vectors. Okay, very simple task. Just move this dipole here and move this dipole forward, parallel. So this will be P1, this will be P2. Okay, you can continue this as a dotted line, you can continue this as a dotted line. What is this angle? What is this angle? What is this angle? Sir, this is an equilateral triangle, so it's a 60-degree angle. It's a 60-degree angle. So same angle will carry here, same angle will carry here, same angle will carry here, same angle will carry here. So now you have two vectors. Its magnitude you have to find out. You have angle between them, resultant you will get. So next task, magnitude of first vector. This is the dipole moment, one of the charges, any one charge, into distance between them, small a. Second dipole moment, one of the charges, any one of the charge, into distance between them. Okay, angle between the two vectors is 60-degree. How to find resultant of two vectors? Magnitude of resultant is equal to under root magnitude of first vector square, a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Instead of ab you have p1 p2 under root. P1 is q into a bracket square plus P2 is also q into a bracket square plus 2 into P1 is q into a, P2 is q into a into cos of angle between the two vectors P1 and P2, 60. Cos 60 1 half, cos 60 is 1 half and 2 cancel. Q into a bracket square, 1 half and cos 60 cancel, sorry, 2 and cos 60 cancel, q into a bracket square. So q into a bracket square, q into a bracket square plus q into a will again become q into a bracket square. 1, 2, 3. So net dipole moment is equal to 1, 2, 3. 3 times in the bracket q into a bracket square. Square and square root cancel. Square root and 3 is square root of 3. Square and square root cancel. Q into a. That's my answer. Write down, understand it, and finally everyone reply along with this this question also. All the things taught in today's lecture clear to all of you or not? Dipole over and out. Dipole khatam. From the beginning to advanced questions of the dipole, it will be based on this one. What is dipole? What is dipole moment? Torque, potential energy, stable, unstable, effective dipole, all the things. Oscillation of the dipole. What else you can now bring here? सब कुछ तो मिला दिया इसमें, सगळा कॉन्सेप्ट तर ऍड केला याच्यामध्ये. What else can be brought here now? Nothing. So finally, so in this lecture guys, we are going to stop at this point. Remaining things we will learn in the next lecture. Okay, chalo bye bye everyone. Let me end this lecture at this point. Chalo bye bye everyone. Okay, chalo bye. Yes.